Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Haddock Park here on Saturday. It is February the 18th, 2017. Go look at the stakes races on today's program from Haddock, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for racetracks across the world. Today's stakes races I'll be looking at are races 2, 4, and 5, so the 205, the 315, and the 350. So let's get on to it. The 205, the second race from Haddock Park, is the Betfred, and hopefully I say this right, the Betfred Rendlesham Hurdle. It's a grade 2 race for class 1 horses going for a purse of $49,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 5 horses going the 2 miles and 7/8 distance over the hurdle course. My top pick in this race, I'm going to go to the 1 horse, number 1, Agripart. I'm going to include this horse here into a tricast or a trifecta. I'm going to go 153. But number 1, Agripart, 9-5. Lizzie Kelly is on this Nick Williams trained 6-year-old gelding. Most recently, this horse had to start on New Year's Day at Cheltenham. 2 miles and a half in the grade 2 Dorman, the Dornan Engineering Rekill Hurdle. Horse won by head that day. Lizzie Kelly, I believe, won 2 or 3 races on at Cheltenham that day. You know, this horse just won really nicely. You know, upset the field. It was the horse's first start in the UK in quite a while. He was an all-around great run for this one. Start before this horse ran in Auteuil in France on the 19th of November. 2 miles 5/8 in the group and the grade 2 Orlery Rodair grade 2 hurdle. Horse finished 4th by 9 lengths. Really couldn't keep up with him. Start before ran in the grade 3 in France. You know, finished 7th. It wasn't his best runs. And then last start before that in the UK in the top novice hurdle. Horse finished 6th at Aintree last season. It wasn't the best run-ins for this horse. You know, her last win before the Cheltenham one came at Newbury last February in the Betfair hurdle. Horse won by 11 lengths. Destroyed the field that day. I think she should run a good one here today. So I'm going to use this horse here as a top pick. So to recap my bets for race number 2 from Haddock, it's the Betfred Rendlesham Hurdle. Gonna go with the 1 horse Agripart. Gonna go 153. So now let's get on to race number 4. The 4th race, the 315 from Haddock, is the Betfred Grand National Trial Handicap Hurdle. A handicap chase, excuse me. It's a grade 3 race here for class 1 horses, going for a purse of $92,500. It's for 5-year-olds and upwards. Field of 14 horses, but we're down to a field of 13 now because there's a non-runner of the 8 horse, Dr. Harper. So take him out. Only 13 will run here, going the 3 miles and 1/2 of the chase course. My top pick in this one, I'm going to go to the 5 horse, number 5, Vieux Rouge, Vienne Le Rouge, whatever you want to call the horse's name. I'm bad with names. I'm going to go 516, number 5, Vienne Le Rouge, the Lion Rouge, whatever you want to call it. 6-1, Tom Scudamore is on this 8-year-old gelding. Most recently, this horse had a start on the 3rd of December at Aintree, 3 miles and a quarter in the grade 3 Betfred Beecher handicap chase. Horse won by nose at 8-1 in the field 22 horses. Was jumping pretty nicely that day. It wasn't a bad start at all. It was his first start since last year's Grand National. Great victory. Start before in last year's Grand National at Aintree, 4 miles and a quarter in the Krabby's Grand National Chase. Horse finished 7th by 48 lengths. I would like to call that I would like to patent this. For now on, when you refer to the 2016 Grand National, I would like to be called the Stupid National, because if you gave me, say the National was today, and you told me who's going to win, and you gave me the form, I still wouldn't say, I would say Rule the World has no chance. Whoever won, it was him, right? Rule the World. I would like to call it the Stupid National, because in a million years, would never get the Rule the World horse. So this horse finished a well-beaten 7th. Start before at the Cheltenham Festival and the amateur novice hurdle. Horse finished 6th. I think this horse should have a good start here today. Hopefully, this horse does well. Maybe we'll see this horse in the National, which I most likely will. Maybe he could run well. Maybe give a winner to Tom Scudamore. So I'm going to use this horse here as a top pick. So to recap my bets for race number 4 from Haddock, it's the Betfred Handicap, a Betfred Grand National Trial Handicap Chase. Going to go with the 5 horse. Going to go 516. So now let's get on to race number 5. The 5th race from Haddock is the Albert Bartlett Prestige Novice Hurdle. It's a grade 2 race for class 1 horses, going for a purse of $37,000 for novice 5-year-olds and upwards. Field of 7 horses going the distance of ground of 2 miles and 7/8 over the hurdle course. My top pick in this one, going to go to the 7 horse, number 7, No Hasselhoff. Gonna go 726 TriCast 726, but number 7, No Hasselhoff. Bridget Andrews is on this Dan Skelton trained 5-year-old gelding out of Craig Steele. Most recently, this horse had a start on the 28th of January at Doncaster, 3 miles of the hurdle in the Grade 2 Albert Bartlett River Don Novice Hurdle. Horse finished second by a head that day. Was weakening in the stretch run, almost got to third, weakened to third, but he just held on. I think he needed the start. Maybe he didn't like the ground also. It was just a weird race. Start before at Shelton, 10th of December, 3 miles in Albert Bartlett Novice Hurdle. Horse finished third by 4.5 lengths behind Holstar and Ami DeBose. Just really didn't do anything that day. And the only victory end of this horse's belt came at Hereford back in November in a maiden hurdle. Horse won by 19 lengths. Easy victory. She's stepping up in a little bit of class here today. I think she could maybe upset here, carrying pretty much the lowest race weight out of anybody by about 4 or 5 pounds. So I'm going to use this horse here as a top pick. So to recap my bets for race number 5, the 350 from Haydock Park. It's the Albert Bartlett Prestige Novice Hurdle. Going to go with the 7 horse. No Hasselhoff. Going to go 726. So good luck to all. And follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everyone.